Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's me, RP. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. It is a new year, 2025, and I'd like to thank everybody for making my channel such a success and giving me more than 3,000 subscribers in a year. I cannot thank you enough for that, and the only way I can think of thanking my Ranch Simulator subscribers who helped me build this channel is to come up with something new for 2025 for you guys. Now, I've played a lot of the game, as you guys know. I get a lot of new subscribers that have just discovered me through the 3 seasons of videos that I've already put up on my channel. And what I thought I would do for 2025 is do something a little different. This is going to be my player guide, how I play the game and the tips and the tricks that I've learned playing the game, as well as tips and tricks that you guys have given me. So what I thought I would do is create this guide for you guys, and what we'll do is we'll take it one video at a time here. The first video is going to cover how I start the game and some tips that you might like to know if you're just starting the game for how to get some early money and kind of get yourself going in the game. So without further ado, let's start a new game. All right, you'll have to name your game. I'm going to name this RP 2025. And here we go. So like I said, I want this to be a very player-friendly guide. This is my way of playing the game. You can discover all kinds of tutorials and videos on YouTube about Ranch Simulator. But this is my contribution. This is my contribution on how to play the game, the best way I play the game, and how I get ahead and how I create my ranches. First off, we're going to skip the tutorial, guys. We don't need it. You guys have me. You don't need this thing. So we're going to take $1,100, the pistol with some ammo, the blueprint book, a cheap saw, a crowbar, a small chicken coop, and the UTV will already be built for us, and the old house will be removed. If you want to do the tutorial, go ahead, and then you can catch up with me later. All right, so you'll start just like this, guys. Hit your enter to get rid of all of this stuff. It's a basic WASD, C to crouch, shift to sprint type of game. You don't have energy. You'll never have to worry about running out of energy. You can run until your heart's content. There are outside views and there are first-person views, and you discover that by using the V key, so you can switch it back and forth. And then you can hold the V key and get right into first person if that's the way you like to rock and roll. Hold it again and out you go. You have a small oil patch that is over on your land. At least it could be. It's a randomly generated patch of oil. Sometimes it's here and sometimes it's not. In this case, the oil patch is not here. If you would like to start your game with an oil patch, the first thing you need to do is hit escape, go back to menu, hit main menu, and restart the game. I've already done that for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and load this up. And this is 2025 load. This took me about probably 9 reloads before I randomly got an oil patch close to the ranch. This is just to help you new people in case you don't know about this and you want to get oil. It's a very easy way to make some passive money. Now, I've already loaded this up, guys. Like I said, it took 9 times for me to get this done, but that's just basically how you do it. Your results may vary, but here we go. We've got a nice oil patch here, very close to our ranch. So after you've done that, what you want to do is you want to head on over to your ranch. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to our new piece of property. All right, before we head down to the ranch, this is a sign right here that you can hold and you'll be able to save your game right here. This is the Williams Livestock Auction. This is where you buy your horses. It costs you $50 to get in there. We're not going in there right now. I just want you guys to know that that's there in case you're new to the game. Here's your ranch. Here's your ranch sign. You go ahead and press E. You can go ahead and put a name there. I'm going to randomize it. Beaver's Point. I like that. There we go. The Beaver Point Ranch. So you'll come in here and if you're following along and you didn't do the tutorial and you're just kind of following along with me, you still have some cleanup on your ranch to do. We've got some things that we do need to take down still. We've got some cleanup right here. In order to do that, what you want to do is you want to hold down the tab button. You want to bring out your crowbar and you just want to get rid of this stuff. Now, it's up to you if you want to get rid of it. Personally, I clear the land off and then I start my build. This video, we're going to just get you going. We're not going to do any building yet in this video. This video is just how you should probably spend the first few hours of in-game time. Now, when I do this, guys, I clean up everything. I don't mess around. I don't need any of this stuff. I'm going to be building new fences, so I don't need the old ones. Now, you can choose to keep this piece of broken down entrance if you want and build your fences off of it. It's not a bad idea. They don't have a new one that you can build, unfortunately. But once you take all this stuff down, then you've got yourself a nice clean piece of land to work with. Still some stuff in here that we need to take care of, though. Let's go back to the hand, hit our tab. You need to do that or else you won't be able to interact with anything, guys. You do have a water bucket here that you can pick up. This thing holds water. What I like to do is kind of clear this stuff out of here. You hold down your right mouse button, you'll be able to place things anywhere you want to, guys. All right, got a letter in here. Now, we're not doing the tutorial, but the letter's going to be here. If you want to read it, just go ahead and read it. But what we're going to be doing is destroying everything in here. We do have some chicken feed that we want to pick up. We want to remove that as well. Now that we got all the items that are actually kind of valuable in here, we can go ahead and start to demolish. Oh, you do have one more thing, guys. You got your bucket. The bucket you can use with the water bucket right here. So if I place this down, I grab this like this. If I go ahead and install it, that's just going to go ahead and fill with water now. And that's how the chickens kind of get their water. But we're not going to be doing that. Just want to show you guys that. Go ahead and put this bucket of water up here. So now that you got all that done, you'll probably want to remove this. So go back to your tab button, pick up your crowbar. Anything that highlights red, go ahead and hit it. These are decoration. I just get rid of them. All right, so let's take this building down and carry on.
Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind. Trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, 'cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
All right, that takes care of that. I've still got some more stuff to get rid of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to clear the land, guys. Now, this is a decision you'll have to make. Do you want to keep this garage or not? It's up to you. Here's take a look at it real quick. Now, this is the garage. They've already built the UTV for you. It's right in here. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to get inside of it and drive it out of here. You do need to start it with F, and it does have working lights, and if you leave the lights on, they stay on. Just a little heads up, guys. So personally, I do take care of all of this stuff. This is up to you guys. Some people have used this building to do things with it. I personally just get rid of it. Here's a gas can. We definitely need this. It's empty. We're going to pick it up and put it right in the back of our truck. There we go. All right, like I said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to tear down everything else that I have to tear down on this property before I finish tearing up everything. As you can see, we still got some stuff over here to take care of. They just took down the main house. You've got some chickens here that you start with. Your saw is right here as well. Let me go ahead and open this saw, show you guys what it is. There it is. You start with this old saw. You've got a basket for the eggs. And you got 2 chickens that you got to feed in order to collect those eggs. It's up to you whether you want to keep these chickens right now. Some people decide to get rid of them and not raise chickens right off the bat, but that's totally up to you. So, when I get done cleaning all this stuff up, I'll take you guys on to the next step that I usually do right after I start a new game. Okay, at this point, I've cleared the land. I've slept through the night to save the game. I'm happy with everything. I did take care of the chickens. We want to make sure we get some gasoline inside the UTV because it is empty. All right, we'll get some quick gas here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and top this off too. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the starting money that we need in order to get our oil production up and running. And we're going to do that simply by heading right over to this location and getting our first quest, which is going to be the Quest of the Ancients. That gives you about a $2,500 reward. And that's just what we need in order to get going. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy real quick. Grab this quest. This is going to give us our seed money. Treasure of the Ancients. Accept. Now, he does have other quests. You can choose to do them at your leisure. But like I said, guys, in this video, all we're doing is just getting the money that we need to get started in order to get an oil well down so that we can start making about $1,000 every game, 24 hours. It's $500 a barrel. You get to make about 2 barrels a day. That'll give you $1,000 a day to get going. And I'm going to show you right now where the pieces are. So this will act as a tutorial for this quest. All right, so let me get you over to the first part. All right, guys, we're right here just off this corner of the road. We're going to drive right up this mountain right here. All right, here we are. This is the first piece, or one of the pieces, and it's right there. I'm going to pick up this little helmet, and I'm going to put it right next to the chickens. All right, next thing we want to do is get the other piece. So I'm going to take you right to where that piece is. Okay, guys, this next piece is right here behind the gas station. I'll show you on the map. Here's the gas station. I parked down there. Just run right behind the gas station right to where I'm standing right here. Let's go ahead and grab the goblet. All right, we'll put the goblet right in here. We're all set. Like I said, it's right behind the gas station. Real easy to find. Okay, guys, this is probably the hardest thing to find in the game as far as this scavenger hunt goes. I'm right here. It takes a while. It took me a while before I could find this. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. It's right in this tiny little rib cage. You've got a tree, kind of like this little cove of trees. I guess maybe the best landmark might be come down here. And once you get to this tree right here, you know it's straight up from there. That's about the best I can do for a hint, guys. But it does take a little bit to find this one. As you can see, I parked down here. I guess I probably would park like right where that tree is on the cliff. But anyway, that gives us the last piece that we need. We'll go ahead and throw that in the back of the UTV. Jump in here and let's go ahead and turn this in. You want to make sure you're close enough so that when you turn this in, he sees the stuff. And there you go. $2,500. Perfect. This is all we needed. Let's go ahead and hit the hardware store before we have to end this day. All right, let's grab the things that we need to get our oil well built. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the tab again. I'm going to go into the build mode, and I'm going to look up under miscellaneous what we need to build the oil well. So we need 20 concrete and 20 metal. All right, going to jump in here real quick. Switch back to our hand. Interact with this. We need 20 concrete and 20 metal. There's 20. And there's 20. And we'll get this concrete loaded up. Get this metal loaded up. And we'll stop by the store and we'll sell the chickens so that we don't have to deal with those anymore. And we'll go get our oil well installed, and that is a pretty good day's work. All right, let's sell the chickens. We don't need them anymore. All right, so we have $3,000 left. We've got the materials to build our oil rig. And then we're going to need to buy a couple of barrels, and we will be on our way to oil riches. All right, let's install the oil rig right here. And like I said, because we did the load and reload until we got an oil patch right here on our property, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to collect this oil every day. Just plop that right like that. And then just go ahead and put in the materials. Need to go ahead and get back to the hand. And insert these materials. This also takes fuel, guys, so we will have to keep it filled with fuel. But we'll be making so much money off of this that we'll be able to buy a big old fuel tank and just fill it up and keep it right here. And that way it'll keep all our gas needs covered, and we'll be able to keep this thing in business. And there we go. Our new oil well. Now, we do have some gas with us, so we can go ahead and put some gas in it and get it going. Fill that up. I think it takes a whole can, if I'm not mistaken. And it does. All right, let's turn this thing on. There we go. This thing will start pumping oil. And in order to collect that oil, we're going to have to grab some barrels real quick. I had to get everything that we needed going. It's going to take a little while for that to pump up some oil. Like I said, in about a 24-hour game day, you will be able to get 2 barrels a day out of this, and that'll equal to $1,000 in revenue. There is a second oil patch somewhere on the map. That is up to you to find it. Sometimes you luck out and it's right behind the hardware store, and you can set up a second well there close to the hardware store. Also makes it easy to collect the oil. But this episode's just about getting this one revenue source going and how I start my early game. So let's go ahead and grab the barrels real quick. Now, before I bought the metal parts and the concrete to build that oil rig, guys, I did buy a sleeping bag right here, and I did sleep right here on the property to get us into the daytime. Because one of the things I didn't do, and you can do, is we can go into options here, guys, and we can go into gameplay. And right here, the daylight hours, if you want to work a little bit longer, you can extend that to an hour. You can extend your night to an hour. That'll give you a lot more time. This is the only reason why we had to sleep. It was set to the default, which makes for a pretty quick day. All right, let's grab some of these oil drums. We need 2 of them. That's a $500 investment. And there we go. We still have $2,767 left over, which is not bad. And we do have revenue. Now you can buy more than one of these barrels, but if you plan on emptying it per day, you're only going to need 2. If you want to empty it every few days, then you'll need a barrel in order, a barrel to cover the amount of oil you're going to produce in that amount of time. It does have a cap. It fills so far. But other than that, very, very good source of revenue early on in the game. And let's go get these dropped off. All right, I'll just drop these off right here. We'll come back and check them out tomorrow. About this time tomorrow, we should be able to have 2 of these filled and make $1,000 tomorrow. All right, here we are back on the empty land that is our Beaver Point Ranch here. And now all we have to do is start to build. We've got our oil revenue going. I can get rid of this if I want. We do have a sleeping bag. The sleeping bag is now kind of our save point. We can keep the tent for a little while. I will eventually get rid of the picnic table and the tent, obviously. And yeah, so that's about it there, guys, for the very opening hours of gameplay for RP Gaming when he starts up a ranch simulator, ranch design. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys want to see more of this series in 2025 to help guide you through your gameplay, please do me a favor, hit that like button, and don't forget, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you'd like to join us on Discord, there's an invite waiting for you in the description of this video. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a happy 2025, and I will catch you in the next episode. And like I always say, ta-ta and bye-bye.